I promise I'll stop crapping on tour courses. Really, I'm almost done with the F tiers. But let's talk about New York Minute first. First thing I want to ask is, does Nintendo know that Mario Odyssey is a thing? And we enjoy creative courses? Do they know that our favorite level in Mario Odyssey was based on New York? Seriously, when we first witnessed New Donk City, we immediately fell in love with it. And when the game itself actually dropped, that became one of our favorite areas in the entire game. What's even more ironic is that New York Minute even starts with a DK ad at the beginning of the race. This should have just been New Donk City. Or rather, place New Donk in New York's place. That way you get the creativity of New Donk City itself. Visually, it's not like it would change that much either. It'd still stylistically be pretty similar, but then maybe we could climb some buildings via anti-gravity, or have a little more of that Mario Universe charm on the track. New Donk even has a rainy night setting, so the nighttime with the slippery roads could still work. But I suppose I should probably stop lamenting on what it could have been, and talk about what we actually have instead. So what did we get in New York Minute? We get a small park, and some buildings. Yeah. Driving through the park in tour courses is pretty common, as is driving by buildings. Why is it that this park feels more like someone's backyard? It's so short. I get that New York City is known for more than just its tall buildings, but why include a park if we're just going to drive through the same 10 seconds in a different direction? The nighttime setting is a nice change at least. I am admittedly a bit of a sucker for the nighttime courses, but for what it's worth, I think there's just better tracks that also happen to be at night as well. Hell, I can even think of one course that's at night that even has driving on busy streets that does it a lot better. But I'll talk about Moonview Highway at a later time. The nighttime does do it in one major favor though. Since New York is known as the city that never sleeps, the vibrant colors of that nightlife really pops here, and for that, I have to say good job. It's just too bad it didn't really help hide the really basic looking buildings. You could have called this Lego City with how blocky it looks. In fact, I'm not a big fan of the downtown section as a whole. There's actually a glider section which feels generally tacked on. It doesn't feel like it does anything or impact the race at all. And there's supposed to be this really compact feeling to the crossroads, but it's really just there and gone again. Actually, thinking of what's gone, or rather what's missing, isn't one of the most iconic things about New York the Statue of Liberty or something? Why for all the short bursts of ideas does it seem like we kind of miss some of the most iconic locales of New York? Again, I've never been there, but it's a pretty big city, and yet this course feels kind of confined. I do understand that tour-based courses do have to fit the standards placed by Mario Kart Tour, but if you can't be interesting mechanically, at least be flashy or really show off what those cities really have to offer. This is kind of like just giving me a single New York fry and saying, nope, there's no more, that's all that exists. I know you have more, I know you can give me more, give me the whole basket. This map is kind of just giving me a tease. It's just one little piece, and I know there's more, so where is it? That's what makes this so frustrating. Oh, hello again, Arrows. Reminder that I still hate you. It's also odd that so many turns are at 90-degree angles. I like a mix between sharper and looser turns. I suppose a city would be a little more boxy, so that makes sense, but the high top speed racers might feel a little ripped off. And yes, I know there's specific builds that optimize racing, but I'm judging on tracks that are just fun for casual fans first. I personally think I'm a sweaty casual, so it only seems fair. I like to avoid alienating specific race styles, not without good reason at least. In the end, I want this course to wow me or excite me, and New York Minute does neither, sadly. But tomorrow, we wrap up the F tier, so subscribe so you don't miss out. Will I actually pick something that isn't a tour course? Stay tuned to find out.